Hi students, coming to the next topic, microprogrammed control. So in this microprogrammed control, we are going to see control memory, address sequencing, microprogram example, design of control unit. So these are the four topics we are going to complete it in this video. So before going to discussing about all these four topics, let us see small basic knowledge about the block diagram. See here, this is a digital computer block diagram, general basic block. From the input devices, we are transfer some input data in the form of binary. That binary information will stored inside the main memory, right? This main memory, it is a storage space which holds the binary information in the form of instructions as well as the data. So coming to this one, this middle block, in between input and output devices, CPU is there. CPU is the main block. Complete programs or any information, this block will process the binary values. Here in the CPU, the major blocks are ALU, control unit, and main memory. So coming to this ALU, let us say small example, that means a small idea about this ALU. It will perform arithmetic operations, logical operation, and it will also execute shift operations and data transfer operations. Any execution processor will be processed by using ALU. So coming to this main memory, it is a storage space. Inside, number of locations are there. Every location has some fixed length. That fixed length is simply, it is called as the word length of that location. That location is represented in rectangular box. Depends upon address lines. Depends upon that address lines, the memory will be varied. For example, if it is a 3 address lines, that means address bus length is 3, 2 power 3. That means k inputs, 2 power k outputs. That means inputs are 3. That means address bus length is 3. 2 power 3 equal to 8 locations. Sometimes this location size or word size of that memory will varied. Sometimes that word size is 8-bit or sometimes 16-bit or 32-bit. So this main memory will holds both instructions as well as the data. So coming to this control unit, this is very important block in this concept, control unit, because we are going to see in closely inside the block diagram of the control unit how this control unit will performs. That means how this control unit will works. So from input devices to output, we are processing some binary information with the help of CPU. So the middle block is control unit. Whatever the action is performed by the ALU or whatever the action is performed by the memory, so or any data is transferred from input devices to output devices or any internal block, this control unit automatically, that respective time depends upon that situation, it will generate some control signals. So those control signals, with the help of those control signals only, that particular operation will be performed. Right? The majority part of this control unit will generate the control signals. We have seen previously only two control signals, read and write signals. That is the general signals. What is meant by read signal? It reads the information from the various sources. So what are the sources? From the various sources means, suppose if you want to read some information from the input devices, the data can be read from this input device. At that time, this control unit will generate the read signal. Or suppose if you want to read the information or data from the any memory location, before reading that information, control unit will generate the read signal. Suppose if you want to store some new information into the memory location, before storing, that control unit will generate the write signal. Write in the sense we are going to store some data into the particular location. So here, suppose if you want to perform the ALU operation, data can be read from, sometimes data can be read from the main memory. That means before reading, control unit will generate read signal. Sometimes this ALU will receive the input data from the various registers, processor registers. So that time this control unit will generate the read signal. After generating read signal, the data can be placed into the data bus. Data bus will carries the information and it is placed into the ALU. After receiving these two input data, ALU will process that information. Depends upon the top code, that particular instruction will be executed. So after generating some result, again that information is placed into the data path or data bus. The data will transfer to the desired location. Sometimes the destination is a destination, depends upon our instruction sequence. Sometimes it is a register or sometimes it is a memory location. So suppose if you want to store the data, write signal is needed. Before storing, this control unit will generate the write signal. This control unit will provide the control signals depends upon our ALU actions. Same as it is, suppose if you want to write the information into the output devices, that time also control unit will generate the read signal from the control unit. With the help of read signal, we read some information and it is placed into the bus. The bus will carry the information. That information will be stored into the output devices. So just observe the closely in control units, because we are going to see this control unit entire of all these four topics. We are going to observe what are the actions performed by using the control unit. So here control unit, from the control unit, the final output is we are generating control signals. How we are going to generating control signals? With the help of inside concepts. With the help of inside concept. What are the concepts we are going to see? Okay, we will see in the next topic. So with the help of different configurations, we are generating some micro operations like this: micro operation, micro operation, micro operation, micro. So these micro operations are converted into control signals. This is our aim. Actual aim of the this control unit to generate the control signal to control the entire environment of this complete block diagram of the computer, complete block diagram. So here coming to the next one. So listen this basic idea about this control unit. What is a micro program? Because this is the topic name is micro programmed control. What is the micro program? Actually, our computer has a memory. So that memory is classified into two categories. So that means CPU has main memory and control unit has a control memory. So where is control unit? Control unit is this one. Control unit this one and this one. That means main memory is separate memory, and inside control unit has internal memory is there. That memory is called control unit, control memory. Listen carefully. So main memory is different within the CPU, and within the control unit to control purpose, inside one more memory is there. That memory is called a control memory. So here that is a control memory. So program, the coming to the next one, program is a group of instruction or collection of programs. Here main memory, listen very carefully, very important point this one, main memory and control memory. So how we are going to differentiate this one? Because here main memory, number of locations are there. Every location has its own some word size is there. Inside word size, for example, this location is internally stored instruction, like instruction. For example, this is instruction 1, instruction 2 and instruction 3 and so on. Here in control memory, the name itself, it is a little bit differ. That means instruction, but micro instruction we are calling. Micro instruction 2, micro instruction 3, micro instruction 4 and 5, 6 and so on. So in main memory, simply we are calling instructions. In control memory, internal location name is called micro instruction. So here the complete micro instructions, collection of instructions is called a program. The group of micro instructions is called a micro program. So here program is nothing but a group of instruction. Right here program is in this control memory. Suppose the program simply it is called as a group of micro instructions. So here word size. Previously we have seen the word size a little bit idea. That means word size. Word size means this is the range of the location. That location sometimes it is varied, depends upon the word size. Sometimes it is 8-bit, or sometimes it is 16-bit, or sometimes it is 32-bit. Same as it is control memory, same procedure. This word size is varied. In our configuration, that means microprogrammed control sequence, we are going to see the actual microprogram length is 20 bits. So 20-bit word size is there. Control memory, the word size of the control unit, that means micro instruction range or micro instruction size. Next, the total control unit is classified. Control unit, here two controls we are going to see, that means hardwired and microprogrammed control. Hardwired control and microprogrammed control. Hardwired control unit, with the help of hardwired control, we are going to generating control signals. With the help of microprogrammed control, we are going to generating control signal. Our aim is to, with the help of both controlling sections, we are going to generating control signals. The final aim is to generate the control signals to control the operations of the processor. Right here, internal hardwired control block, internal block, inside some digital blocks we are going to see. That means decoders, logic gates and OR gates, and some flip-flops are there. With the help of digital blocks, we are going to generating control signals. In the microprogrammed control, inside some microprogram is there. Microprogram is called as a internal group of micro instructions. So with the help of executions of this micro instructions, we are going to generating different micro operations. Those micro operations is converted into, that means, control signals. Right? This is the two classifications, very, very important. Next. So just follow the sequence here. From the CPU is called this block 1, ALU, control unit and memory. From the control unit, simply it is called inside memory is called control memory. So another name of control memory, read-only memory. Read-only memory means always it is used to store the information. There is no possibility for writing. Once it is writing, that means always we are going to reading. So control memory is nothing but a read-only memory. That means every time we are reading the data, every time we are reading the information, there is no possibility to write inside the memory. So how we are going to write that information with the help of, so how we are going to write initially, then that means with the help of programmer, the programmer will write the information at a time, that at the time of manufacturing. Write once, automatically it will permanently stored. There is no possibility to write many times. So that means write once, read many times is called as a read-only memory. This is a permanent memory, non-volatile memory. Right? Simply it is called read-only memory. From the read-only memory, that read-only memory is nothing but inside program is there. That program is called as a microprogram. Listen carefully, very, very important these points, because in the above concepts, every time we are going to call as microprogram, micro instruction, micro operations like this. So inside control memory, microprogram is there. So program nothing but a group of instruction, that is called a individual instruction. Simply it is called a micro instructions. Micro instruction is generates different micro operations. Those micro operations will generates, that means control signals. With the help of micro operation, we are going to perform different actions in the processor. Observe here one more small block diagram, assembly language program. So suppose if memory consists of these instructions, this is the main memory instructions, instruction 1, instruction 2 and instruction I, and so on, instruction J and continuation instruction N. This is the main memory instruction. This is the microprogrammed instructions. Microprogram for I suffix small I, micro instruction 1, micro instruction 2 and micro instruction N. That means this is the way we are going to, here CW means control word 1, control word 2 and control word N. So for every instruction in the main memory, different micro instructions are needed to execution of this instruction. Listen one more time. individual instructions are there. For execution of the every instruction, it needs more than one micro instructions are needed, because every micro instruction will generate some micro operations. Here one example, for execution of the normal main memory instruction, how many micro instructions are needed means, roughly you can say that means 4 micro instructions are needed to complete the one instruction execution in the main memory. This is the micro program, that means control memory program. This is the main memory program. So coming to our concept,